So, the DC drama before the real DC drama. So, it's Henry Cavill's birthday today, and Warner Bros. Decide to drop a THR article saying that they're looking for a black Superman. This Black Superman project is already a train wreck because the writer is kind of not a good writer. So let's get into this. There's some Toby Emmerich drama, which is interesting for Snyderverse fans. So, yo, what is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on the Warner Bros. Drama. If you're new around it, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu, Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's get into this. There's a lot to talk about. So, it's Henry Cavill's birthday today, so they decide on his birthday to drop information that they're looking for the next Superman. A new tone with the launch of the next Superman franchise is key to Warner Bros. DC's future, as such little will remain of the so-called SNYDERVERSE vision, which enjoyed its last hurrah with Snyder's 4-hour Justice League bowing on HBO Max in March. What's interesting about this article here is no one has the freaking guts. No one's got any freaking integrity, because it doesn't even say who they're talking about, which executive. Who is this article talking to? It says who's writing the article, but it doesn't actually say who's saying this. It's kind of like he said, she said. What? Don't worry, guys. Henry Cavill still has one more role left on the old contract. Henry Cavill is not going anywhere. This is such a forced agenda. We don't want Calvin Ennis. We want a Val Zod. What is more interesting is it goes into some detail about the future of the DCEU. But let's just break it down. It's freaking disrespect to Henry Cavill. Freaking disrespect. The dude's Witcher. He's Geralt of Riviera. He is Kal-El, and you're going to drop the "we are looking for a black Superman" on the birthday. We've known about this black Superman story for the last 4 years. It's old news. Until there's a casting announcement, don't freaking say anything. But of all the days to say it, you drop it today. The Superman film appears to be moving on track and won't be part of the universe. As for now, sources tell TRH that Coates is crafting a Kal-El in the vein of the original Superman comics, when Zack Snyder's just introduced Superman with a black Superman suit, which would make much more sense. And we'll have the protagonist hail from Krypton and come to Earth. While the story is currently being crafted, many details could change. One option under consideration of the film would be to be part a 20th century period piece. It sounds freaking woke to me, and I hate using that word. I'm not one of these woke YouTubers, but it really does. So as we know, Bad Robot got a $500 million contract. Bad Robot is such a bad production company. It really is awful. It really is. Now, this goes back to 2019. He was still wield plenty of influence in the DC universe with Snyder gone. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens director now perhaps have the largest footprint as he oversees the Justice League Dark Universe. Looking forward to that. And once the rumored project is Constantine reboot for HBO Max. At a minimum, Abraham should be raising hell at DC with the Hellblazer protagonist. So the whole article basically says nothing, really. It's a fluff piece to advertise Black Superman, okay? Cool, but why do you have to keep calling him Black Superman? I mean, even the headline says Black Superman, not Val Zod. You're actually specifically saying Black Superman on the real Superman's birthday. Yes, there's multiple versions of Superman. There's multiple versions of Batman. There's multiple versions of the Flash, because everything connects. So yeah, it's pretty darn freaking weird. And it goes on to say, so for every movie and TV show, with the exemption of Matt Reeves' The Batman starring Rob Pattinson, set for release on March, HBO Max spin-off Gotham PD Joker, its planned sequel, would take place in the same universe. That's not saying the Joaquin Phoenix version of the Joker is now Robert Pattinson's arch nemesis for the Joker. They're just saying it's in the same universe. If there is going to be a Joker in the Batman movie, it's not going to be Joaquin Phoenix. So that is two separate things. Although I can see some clickbait headlines going, "Oh, Warner Bros. Just confirmed that Joaquin Phoenix is Matt Reeves' Batman Joker." No, that's literally not what it says. And it's just an opinion piece agenda. Diversity representation remaining key drivers for the DCEU of moving forward. I mean, I'm all for that, but it doesn't have to be forced. Developing a Latino Blue Beetle movie, cool, but is that ever going to see light of day? We know Supergirl's in this movie as well. Latino, she's a Latino actor playing Supergirl, which is going to be cool. See what Kal-El's cousin, Kara Zor-El, that's going to be interesting. But it just seems to me this whole article was kind of damage control. Like, it really is. But insiders say Warner Bros. And DC are committed to hiring a black director to tackle what would be the first cinematic incarnation of a Superman featuring a black actor, with one source adding that putting Abrams at the helm would be tone deaf. So it's a black Superman, it's got to be a black director, just so basically it's got nothing to do with Bad Robot and J.J. Abrams. Like, this is just such a fluff piece. It really is a fluff piece. Like, it says a lot of information here. There's a lot of information, but it doesn't actually say who they're talking to, who's the insider. Now, this is THR Hollywood Reporter. This is a trade. It should have an executive's name next to it. It really should. So, there is another article that's dropped. So, Toby Emmerich was one of the people behind the Justice League 2017 disaster. Warner Bros. Film chairman Toby Emmerich floated for a new job. Interesting. David pitches to the executives. So David behind Toby's back was like, yo, Netflix, do you want him? And they were like, no, we're good. We are good. So that's pretty much the whole article in a nutshell. The whole article. Emmerich will leave the studio after more than 20 years, sources tell the Hollywood Reporter. David Geffen, I hope I'm saying that name right, in recent weeks placed a call to Netflix's CEO, Ted Sarandos, hopefully I said this right, to inquire whether there might be a possibility of a role for Emmerich at Netflix. Netflix executives did not see a place for Emmerich at the streaming website. A source close to Ted said no call was placed to him and there were no discussions about a position, and Netflix spokesperson declined to comment. Now, this is very interesting. This really is, because, like, you got to understand Toby Emmerich was one of the people behind the handling of the whole Joss Whedon stuff. So, yeah, Emmerich, according to this article, was going to be out the door anyway, I think in this coming December or close to that. So it's very interesting. And then it goes on to say, a Warner Media rep, when asked for comment about Emmerich, confirmed that the executive is under contract and stated, any other speculation is just that, speculation, noting that he has a wonderful relationship with the studio's chief, Annie Cernoff, and the rumors, and there's no truth to these rumors. Oh, Annie Cernoff, who confirmed a load of BS after the Snyder Cut. One Emmerich associate speculated that a call from David to Ted may have been intended to help Emmerich gain leverage in a future negotiation with Warner Brothers. This is just another fluff piece. So it's like, yeah, he tried to go to Netflix. They didn't want him, so he's still not going, but he will be done after the contract's ended. With 18 months left on his contract, is Warner Films, Toby Emmerich, exploring job opportunity. That's pretty much. So it's another fluff piece, guys. 2 fluff pieces in a row, pretty much. There isn't much substance there. So you read the headline, you're like, wow, Toby Emmerich's going. Toby Emmerich is actually one of the people that essentially kind of need convincing to get, like, restore the Snyderverse, essentially. So it is interesting. So as far as I know, Emmerich's plan was to be removed around December, before the release of the Snyder Cut. But now he's been replaced in a different kind of position, which it's interesting. So realistically, there's nothing in this article you don't already know, kind of thing. But this phone call apparently did take place behind Toby's back, and it appears from the outside looking in with some sources in the inside that Warner Bros. Don't actually want Toby there, so to speak. But we don't know. This is speculation, Mill. We are just speculating here, which is interesting. So yeah, apparently this was set up ages ago, and Toby Emmerich didn't see it coming at all. So it's very, very interesting. And that essentially is the groundbreaking news that, like, these big people kept teasing today. It goes on to say Warner Bros. Higher-ups are also concerned about the performance of studios' critically important DC movies. Essentially, if the Flash movie and the Batman Matt Reeves movie flop, the Snyderverse will be restored. Warner Bros. Also had to face negative publicity from the studio's response to Joss Whedon, alleged abuse behavior on the set of the Justice League, including Ray Fisher, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, have publicly said that there were issues during Whedon's time on set when they finished the Zack Snyder movie, obviously reshooting and all that kind of stuff. So essentially, there isn't really any news. I mean, it doesn't say Toby Emmerich's leaving. It says he's going to leave when his contract's up. So that is not really anything new. So yeah, I don't know why people, I mean, I didn't know exactly what was coming out today, but I got told it was a huge story and it's going to change Hollywood forever. Now, if Toby Emmerich was actually leaving, then it would be a completely different story. So it's a bit of a kind of, fail. I mean, I heard that it was going to have massive ramifications for the Snyderverse, because Toby Emmerich is one of the people who, if these projects will get green lit, and I'm still sticking to the guns that Zack Snyder and his team had meetings with Warner Bros., it would have to go through Toby Emmerich. So Toby Emmerich isn't really going anywhere. It's a bit of a misleading article because it doesn't say anything. It really doesn't say much. I think it's clear they want Toby Emmerich out because of the whole Justice League reshoots with Joss Whedon and stuff. But even with Toby Emmerich gone, it's not going to be boom, greenlit, Snyderverse, Batfleck, Warstu movie, Justice League 2, Justice League 3, Deathstroke movie and all that stuff. I mean, in theory, everything could still come, but there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle to play. And this article backs up there are dramas going on behind closed doors because this information, Toby didn't know about this kind of trying to get rid of him kind of thing, which is pretty interesting. But all this is alleged, and, you know, the information about Black Superman, that's kind of fake news. Although it's real, it's fake in the sense that it's been floating around for years and years and years. Will it ever see light of the day? Is John Boyega going to be the Black Superman? I don't know. Anyone could be realistically. Is Michael B. Jordan going to be Black Superman? I don't know. Apparently he was pitched the idea about a year ago, but nothing came of that, so we don't know what's going on. But yeah, Black Superman not replacing Henry Cavill, don't worry about that. Toby Emmerich fired, ? Clickbait thumbnail. Sorry about that, I'm just gonna have to do that. So like always guys, I'll catch you in another video. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Warstu if you want to see the face behind the voice. Also check us out on Twitter, WarstuG, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you all later.